I, for example, enter a marriage, and my expectation from that marriage is that this other person needs to fill me and complete me and make me happy and make me feel good about myself, and everything that was broken inside of me, now you need to fix it. That's a lot of expectations. And that is not something another person can do for you.
What are your expectations for marriage, right? Having realistic expectations, because I'll tell you, like, that's one of the major issues that tends to come up, right? Where people have completely unrealistic expectations, and it makes sense that people have unrealistic expectations, right? Like, we have all of this media, like, forget about just movies and things like that. Yeah, movies we all know, and TV shows we all know are completely unrealistic portrayals of healthy relationships, right? We know that. But even more are what real people portray through media, through social media. Right? Real people and the way that they portray their relationships on social media are completely false and completely unrealistic.
One of the biggest problems is that we have in terms of marriage is this false expectation. It is false on so many levels. The idea that they sell you in Hollywood and Bollywood and all other woods is that when you get married, Prince Charming or whatever is going to complete you, is going to save you, is going to now fix everything that was broken. And as soon as you get married, you automatically get transported to Jannah, right? Everything's perfect after that. You know what happily ever after means? Right? We think about marriage in this very bizarre way. It's bizarre because we think that somehow marriage is going to fix everything. That somehow finding our soulmate, and I do believe in the concept of soulmates, and I'll explain that. But this idea that we find our soulmate and then that person is going to be my savior. That person's gonna fix everything for me. I wasn't happy for all the rest of my life. All of a sudden I'm gonna be happy. Well, you're in for a big surprise. And this is when people crash. Complete disappointment because you had a false, unreasonable expectation. You're expecting a human being to be like Allah. You're expecting a human being to heal you. Only Allah can heal you. You're expecting a human being to complete you. Only Allah can complete you. You're expecting a human being to save you, and only Allah can save you. No Prince Charming can do it. No Prince Charming can save you.
One of the most important things to understand about yourself before marriage is what are your expectations for marriage, right? Having realistic expectations, because I'll tell you, like, that's one of the major issues that tends to come up, right? Where people have completely unrealistic expectations, and so it's called all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking, right? It's either I get everything or it's not worth it. And that's what Shaitan really aims for us, right? So the next time that you notice that you're feeling overwhelmed, that you're feeling angry, stressed out, if you're down on yourself or on other people, then consider whether your standards are to blame, whether your standards are too high, right? And then go ahead and readdress those standards. Consider how you might change them. Consider whether they're realistic. If somebody were holding me up to these same standards, would I be able to achieve them? Or if you're being really hard on yourself, if I were holding somebody up to these same standards, would they be able to achieve them, right?